Today, new research on specific character traits of people who make the best and the worst choices. Hi, I'm Graeme Newell, and I use the latest brain science insights to show you how to make smarter money decisions. My speeches and webinars teach how to recognize the signs that an impulsive decision might be likely. Click subscribe and the bell below to see more of my videos. So how good a driver would you say you are? Compare yourself to everyone else and give yourself a percentage score. Now pause this video and type that number in the comments field below. And tell me why you chose that score. Did you guess a pretty high number? Well, researchers found that most all of us rank ourselves in the top 30%. When it comes to our own abilities, most of us are a very bad judge of character. High school students consistently rank themselves in the top 25%, and a quarter of those believe they're in the top 1%. CEOs believe they're worth every penny of their colossal salaries. And studies show most of us are pretty sure we're amazingly gifted in the boudoir. And here's the most startling revolution about our blatant narcissism. The people who are least skilled tend to exaggerate their abilities the most. But this isn't just conceit. This is a cognitive bias called the Dunning Kruger Effect. This judgment distortion causes people with the lowest ability to consistently overestimate their skill. One study found that high school students who had the worst exam scores tended to be the biggest exaggerators of their own abilities. I like to think of the Dunning Kruger effect as our own little psychological immune system. Much like our physical immune system, it stands ready to protect us. But this time it defends our fragile ego by quickly bolstering our denial system and purging bad thoughts. Curiously, genuine experts with real knowledge tend to be less affected by the Dunning-Kruger effect. Because they know so much, they fully appreciate there's a lot they still have to learn. Married couples continually torment each other with the Dunning-Kruger effect. They complain about their spouse's inflated ego, yet are completely oblivious to their own hubris. The Dunning-Kruger effect is the foundation of some of our favorite movie morons. Think of Steve Carell as Michael Scott in The Office, or Peter Sellers as Inspector Clouseau, and pretty much every Will Ferrell movie ever made. Stand-up comics have a skill they call the ears. A comic who lacks the ears bombs regularly, but walks off stage thinking he's rocked it every time. And one of the most costly examples of the Dunning-Kruger effect is in the world of finance. Researchers found that those armed with just a little dose of financial literacy can lay waste to vast swaths of capital. At least the completely financially illiterate usually have the good sense to admit they're clueless and seek outside help. The study found three big vulnerabilities. First, the financially literate tend to take more risks. They tend to be overconfident in their own chance of success. The second vulnerability, the financially literate tend to overborrow. Their confidence lures them to overuse leverage buying. And the third vulnerability, naivete. Because they don't know what they don't know, they have an overly simplistic view of what it takes to succeed. They tend to be easily deceived and have unrealistic goals. Their assumed mastery gets them in big trouble. If you'd like to hear about the #1 cognitive bias that investors tend to fall for the most, click on the info card right here to watch that video. So unfortunately, the first rule of the Dunning-Kruger Club is that you don't know you're in it. Me? I like to follow poker table wisdom when I'm investing. Old poker hands advise you to closely look at all the other gamblers around the table and carefully identify who's the patsy. And if you can't find that patsy, it's you. The smartest investors never forget. They always have a lot more to learn. Right now, I'm working on another video about how cognitive biases tempt us to make bad financial choices. If you'd like to be alerted when that video is completed, just click on my face below to subscribe. And be sure to click that bell too. I've created tons more videos on how brain science can help you make smarter money choices. Click on this box to see the full playlist. I'm Graeme Newell, and that's Better Decisions Through Brain Science.